Calxiyn and Hunter here with Hazbin Hotel Season 1 trailer. And before we get into it, remember to check out the Patreon if you want to support the channel, support us, or in this case, it may be better to support via Super Chat, since we're not going to have Hazbin Hotel stuff on Patreon yet, but we will when the show comes out in January. So look forward to that, of course. So before we get into the trailer, have you actually seen anything, Hunter, of this recently? Because I saw the first song that they released.
No, I have been good. I have not looked at my Christmas presents.
Oh, yes.
So I've very purposefully tried to avoid it. I haven't forgotten about Hazbin Hotel.
Yeah, of course.
But it sort of slipped my mind.
Yeah, I mean, and that makes sense, right? Because it's just been so long without information. There's been comics and Instagram and, like, I don't know, stuff like that. But this is first of all, it's not that the pilot's not necessarily canon anymore, but this is like they're making the first episode again to be entry friendly, right? Mm-hmm. So even if we don't remember stuff from the pilot or what have you, I don't think that that's going to have any relevance because they are purposefully creating the season in order to be accessible to new viewers. And so even though we still like the pilot and everything, it's going to be interesting how they make this digestible for people that have no idea the pilot exists and they just throw this up on Amazon because it looks interesting. So I'm excited to see what they give us in terms of this season 1 trailer. So we're going to watch it once, we're going to react, and then we're going to talk about what we have seen.
Well, hello there, you wayward sinner.
Oh my God.
Violence and depravity of a sexual nature?
Yes.
Oh, Daddy.
Oh no, Angel Dust.
You really expect me to memorize this?
That's a lot for a porno? Like, that's a lot of words. I don't know.
Some people
I'm
like
just saying.
pornos.
Like, speak from the heart. We need to
that
know
we're
where
sapiosexuals with our wordy pornos.
Oh, I love seeing everyone. They're so cute.
Or don't, I don't care.
So, what do you think?
Oh, I love he still has the radio tone on his voice.
One note. This place is about second chances to convince heaven the people of hell can be redeemed. I missed
She just sounds such a Disney princess. Like, it's just so perfect. Oh, this is a different song.
In your mind that you could taste it.
You're gonna help sinners? Fucking hilarious!
Oh, are those the angels?
That sounds like
Just hope what I'm trying to do
Blitz's voice.
Are you fucking high?
Here, hold this. Oh my God.
I love how out of place she is as a character.
Oh my God, and she sounds so good. Like, oh my God.
Let's get to work.
And although I kind of feel unsteady,
I love this musical theater performer a lot, so I am so happy, like, to hear her. Okay, see, the TV head guy, I have no idea. Oh, that's her dad! Oh, Hunter, this feels such like a musical. It feels such like a musical, you know?
It is a
Oh my
musical.
God. I know, but I'll get to that. Oh my God.
I like Stephanie Beatriz being this. She's great.
I'm so...
It's time I remind everyone.
Oh my God. Oh.
Oh, wow.
I really
I like how hell's in a pentagram. That was cute.
Oh my God. I'm so dazzled.
Never got enough hugs. Where's an innocent kid I can sell crack to? Who wrote this?
It's great, right?
Oh my God. Are they trying to do like a little PSA? Okay,
I like
I think that we need to
that.
watch it again, but I just, like, okay, Hell of a Boss is a musical,
At
but
times,
sometimes
yes.
the songs don't necessarily feel like musical theater. This has, like, you know, the group song from Beauty and the Beast energy and, like, the musical theater I want song. Like, it makes me so unnaturally happy. Like, you know what I mean? Just to hear, like, all this, like, classic musical theater sound. Like, okay, not to be that person, but this music already sounds better than Disney's Wish of this year. Like, this already sounds more Disney than the Disney movie that released this year. So, yes, I think that we should go back.
The Disney Corporation will not enjoy that.
I know, but it's true, right? I don't know if this is supposed to be an internal commercial or like a commercial to us.
I think the idea is the commercial for the world.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's for the hotel. I see.
Just the contrast between her, so shiny, sparkly Disney princess,
I know,
and all these
and I love
beat
it. I
down,
love it.
murderous denizens of hell.
But I think so what they're trying to do is also do like a double thing where it's like to the audience, but it's also like, this is the commercial for the hotel. Like, are you sick of hell? Well, come here instead. Like, that's kind of the vibe.
Fuck was that?
I guess maybe that wasn't like the script. I wonder if she was making him and Angel Dust do the script, like the script that they were reading later in the trailer for this commercial. And he like entirely changed it. That's the vibe that I'm getting from that.
Yeah.
She's just like, you did not do anything that I asked, bestie.
That's a crack pipe. I thought it was a spoon. I don't know why I thought it was a spoon the first time I saw it.
Clear in your mind that you could taste it.
But yeah,
Even
I
that
love.
line is very, like, taste it.
Yeah.
It's very, you don't see that in pop songs. that much.
Exactly,
It's-
the musical theater. Oh my god.
certainly
I'm
a
just
musical
so,
theater thing.
I'm so vindicated right now. So it seems like these are the angels, and I did see some criticism like, oh, well, making the angels as bad as the sinners, that's kind of stupid. They're supposed to be better. And I'm like, but isn't that the point? Isn't that the point that religion is inherently hypocritical and that
Everyone's
the
bad.
angels are no better than, I don't know, I thought that was a weird criticism, the fact that people were saying that, oh, well, why are the angels just as bad as they are? And I'm just like, do you guys have no media literacy? It seems pretty clear to me why you would make them as bad. So I thought that was just funny how people were reacting like as if that's bad writing or like
And not a
misstep and not a
purposeful-
purposeful choice. Like
Yeah.
that's part of what the commentary is for.
And I like how Charlie's animated, how sparkly.
I
and
love
at
how her
times
eyes
annoyed she
fell all
is.
the way
Yeah.
down. Like she has so much. You could play tic-tac-toe on her forehead. It's hilarious. But yeah, I guess this is what people were criticizing, the fact that he said fuck. And I'm just like, well, he's not taking the Lord's name in vain.
If he's an angel, he might not be. That's not clear.
Well, I mean, he does have the halo, because they do look very different from the angels.
Yeah, I guess that is an
But
angel.
maybe he's
Yeah.
a fallen angel, because what is Lucifer if not a fallen angel? Isn't that part of the point? And aren't there other fallen angels other than
I mean,
Lucifer
yeah,
that got
in
cast
like,
out? 'Cause
in
he
like
looks
the
like an
divine
imp.
comedy and whatnot, Lucifer is a fallen angel.
Because, like, we don't really know a lot about this guy to make a judgment. He has a halo, but he could just be the representative. Like, he could be the middle ground, maybe, and that's why he's a bit more, like,
Heaven's
yeah, like,
dignitary
he could
in
be,
hell.
like, the
That's
ambassador,
amusing.
right?
Ambassador,
Because he
sure.
does have, like, sort of imp horns, but I'm not entirely sure how interconnected Hell of a Boss lore is to this. But yeah, I love, like, this,
The designs
too.
are
Like, the
fun.
design.
Oh, the eye in the halo. That's
Ah,
fun
I
because
love
of all
that.
the multiple eyes of the angels.
And
in
this
the
is
Bible.
giving to, like,
Coraline?
Nightmare Before Christmas is what I
I
was
got
gonna say.
Coraline from it. With
Yeah,
the,
I really,
the button
this
knives
is such
and
a
the
good
sewed
design.
mouths.
Like, I don't understand people that say that they don't like Busy's designs. I really like all of them. Like, I don't think there's one character, in terms of the principal cast, sometimes with, like, NPC people, side
I
characters
like
hit or
her
miss
designs.
sometimes,
They
but-
also feel very uniquely
Yeah,
hers.
exactly.
Like you can pick a Vizzy design out from a crowd.
You also have to think about how often we've seen that in an animation context. Like, I understand why some people are like, oh, well, I'm over it. There is no show even closely similar to this on TV, right? If people are, quote unquote, I don't know, sick of it because of Hell of a Boss or whatever, I feel like that people also have to keep in mind that, sure, like, on the internet, you may see a lot of, like, quote unquote, edgy designs like this, but in an actual show on TV, not very much, or at least in this context where it's also a musical and there's sort of a pastiche or, like, satirical poking fun at the genre of musical theater. I like the little photo of all of her friends together, but I wonder why she's crying. Do they leave? I wonder why, or maybe things just aren't going too well. Girls don't need a reason to cry these days. Anything is a good enough reason. But yeah, I love them. That's the other thing I'm excited about, is that this is going to be a more female-centric romance.
My idea was that like Charlie is just doing her own thing and wants to make this hotel that rehabilitates the denizens of hell, and Vaggy's just like, that's my queen.
Like
I'll follow
pining.
her anywhere.
I think that maybe they've
Pining.
changed her a little bit, because she
Maybe.
seems a bit more like, Charlie, don't go out and sing in the street. Like, you know what I mean? She seems to
That
maybe
gremlin
have
with a crack
a
pipe's
stronger
gonna shiver you.
personality, maybe, or maybe we're just misremembering. Either could be
Possibly.
What
possible.
I'm trying to do here will work.
But yeah, they look so cute. Do they? I love how it's like, it almost looks like they kiss right there. That she
Yeah.
gives her a kiss on the, ooh, we got a little mystical
Necronomicon?
book. Listen, it's hard to make lore assumptions about a show that we know nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
Once we start actually getting into the world, we can look back at that book and be like, oh my god, it's the book from the trailer. You know, there's something evil in the book right now, and we don't have any context for what we're seeing.
Here.
That voice, that like silky smooth, like Keith David. I
Yeah,
think
it's
his name
Keith
is,
David. Oh, I
voice
love him.
coming out that little furry gremlin is so wonderful.
I know, like, it's a nice contrast again. But yeah, I
it's an
love
inspired
love
choice.
Keith David so much. I'm so
Fucking high.
happy. I do remember the Bomb Girl more so from Angel Dust's music video. That's the other, like, really the only context that we got after the pilot was the big one that I remember reacting to was the music video. But yes, in order to save Hell,
Oh my god. I love how she still reacts to it. Like, she's very Disney princess, but she's still like, please don't eat each other.
and I like that too because it again goes in with that Lucifer thing. That Lucifer, I guess, has angelic blood or the
Maybe.
properties or something, and that's part of why Charlie's different than the others because she's
Perhaps.
part angel. I think. I don't know, but I think so. But yeah, I love this. I love how there's. Yeah, I think that there is actually. I think we were right about the emissary. Like we were
Yeah.
joking, but like that actually does seem like there's a heaven emissary.
Well, it does have a pentagram on its clock face, so part of me
True,
feels
but it
maybe
has
not.
a little like halo.
I'm getting mixed signals.
I know. I guess you're right, but it could still be
An emissary from heaven
a
is an
middle
idea.
ground
Yeah.
building still. So I guess heaven may be conducting the extermination though. Like heaven's like there are too many sinners down here, and we need room to send people down here. So maybe that's why the building is glowing and important. We kind of thought that maybe it's hell solving its own overpopulation. I like the idea that heaven calls down and is like, you have to kill your own people because
gotta
we need to
clean
send
house.
more of you down there. Like I think that's just a fucked up thing. Like, I think that's even more fucked up because it shows more of a disregard for the people that live here, because maybe it's that the people that live here don't necessarily want to exterminate each other. Kind of like how we thought in the pilot that maybe they were having a bit of fun doing it, right? And they can still have fun doing it, but it's a different context if they are forced to do it by heaven, and heaven is kind of the bad guy. I kind of fuck with heaven being the bad guy. I don't know if
That
I'm just
would be
falling into that
certainly
being,
interesting.
like cynical or whatever. But yeah, I'll fuck with it.
I need to be
Oh, the angels. Oh, God. No, it's just that, like, the angels are coming down and attacking.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I
it
mean,
almost
are
looks
these
like the
angels is the
cleansing.
question, right?
Well,
like,
they have the halos, and they were in the background
Yeah.
with the other guy with the halo, so...
it's interesting because we thought that and in the pilot, that is how it was, is that they were fighting themselves and there were fights over territory and that people had a kind of the purge vibe, right? But this is like the actual angels seem to be coming down and doing it, which makes things really different. Also, I like steady and ready being the rhyme, and then for this, like, I just like how they, like, did a little bit of an internal, I mean, steady's the end of the last sentence, but ready is clearly not. It may be the
Internal
end of the
rhyme.
bar, so I like that anyway. It's just a nerdy
This,
little...
I don't know, anything else
music
that
thing.
rhymes with this.
Yeah, see, so what's going on? Like, who is this man? Can you guys in the comments explain, like, who is he? Who
He has
are
a
you?
Wi-Fi helmet on his hat.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I literally, that's the one character where I'm like, you were not in the pilot. I swear, you were not there. I do not
And yet,
remember
I
you.
feel like maybe that's a common character archetype, like the TV head character. I've
Yeah.
seen them before, but he just looks so familiar.
But yeah, I love the group musical number and, like, this,
Yeah.
like, magic thing,
That's
like, with her
very
dad.
pretty.
Oh my god, he has six wings.
That's another like angel thing with the
Good.
six
I mean,
wings
shouldn't
and
they?
the-
Like, shouldn't they
Yeah.
reference the biblical stuff? But yeah, I love this. I think the Lucifer reminds me of like a Tumblr sexy man. He's teetering on the line of like conventionally sexy and like actually not sexy. So he's kind of like a mix of like the Unslur and like. There's a Onslur, right? Not the
Satanic
Onslur.
Onslur.
Yeah, satanic Onslur. That's what it's giving me. Oh my god. Oh, look at her little ponytail! I didn't notice that. That's so cute. I know we're just
Oh,
looking,
she
and
has
I
a
love her little
ponytail.
working outfit with the little, like, that's the other thing, guys. I just really like, obviously, you probably couldn't tell by the way I dress now, but if you do look at some of the videos, at some of the clothes that I've worn, I love, like, vintage Victorian. So I just
Yes.
love her little suspenders and the little bow tie. It's just so cute. But I love all the marquee lights.
It's interesting that
Okay,
they're-
so they're saying that the angels are the threat. I
Yes.
missed that before.
I did too. It's
Go ahead,
interesting
sorry.
that they're like really pushing the musical element of it.
I
Because
know!
recently you've had like Wonka is
Yeah,
that movie Wonka
Wonka's
is
the
hiding.
secret musical. Yeah,
It's
I had no
hiding that
idea
it's a
Wonka
musical.
was a musical.
The
I
new
was
Mean
losing
Girls
it in my
musical movie is
Well, see,
hiding
that I
it's
knew.
a musical. Like it's interesting that not only that the musical elements are very front and center, but also it's like the devilish voices of Broadway.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that first of all, that's a pull, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially with, I think, older. Don't come for me, maybe this isn't true. I think younger people are more open-minded to musical theater. I think that, especially with how musical theater has been in the, I don't know, like the last 6-7 years, like Dear Evan Hansen and Six and Hamilton and Be More Chill, like the stuff that,
there's
you know,
definitely like a
teenagers
new
really
golden
like.
age of younger people getting into
Exactly. And so I feel like that there's this kind of gap in our generation where someone like, say, I don't know, like your sister who's 6 or 7 years older than you.
Yeah, so
it's
someone
not
in
that
their
she
30s.
like doesn't hate, like it's not like that, I don't know,
musicals.
that she hates musicals, but like that wasn't really something, like musical is for theater people, right? Whereas with our generation and younger, it's like, okay, well musicals
You
don't
can
need
just
to all
enjoy musical.
sound,
You don't even
you
need
know,
to be a theater person.
and not all musicals sound like
More
Cats
open.
or Phantom of the Opera. Like
Yes.
musicals can sound differently. And so I think that the problem with stuff like, I don't know, Wonka, see, Mean Girls, I think, is trying to do two things, and not to go on about this too long, but Mean Girls is trying to appeal to the people that know it's a musical, like me, that knows, and to the older people that watched Mean Girls when they were in high school or elementary school, and they want to bait for the nostalgia. And that's the problem, is that they're trying to nostalgia bait that older generation that is not as open-minded to going to see a musical in the theater. Wonka, I have no idea what they're doing. So yeah, that's it about Wonka. I mean, I don't know
people
either.
seem to forget that movie was kind of like all those movies, even the remake were kind of musicals.
Yeah, I mean,
but
Wonka's
people forget that.
in an interesting position where it's not as musical as like Beauty and the Beast, right?
guess
Like
so.
Charlie doesn't really have an I Want song. There's music. There's the Oompa Loompa song and the Pure
Her
Imagination.
mom has a song in the beginning. It's a short one.
Yeah, but they're more like, I don't want to call them folk songs because that's not what they are. But you know how in
It's
Pinocchio
not a
they
musical,
go like,
heavy
"Hi
musical."
diddly dee" or whatever,
Yeah.
like the little song that the John G. Men sing as they whisk Pinocchio away from school. Like, I'm not saying that that's not musical theater because they were definitely inspired by the, I don't want to say vaudeville, but the more like one act shows,
Yes.
like at that time, right? Instead of what we now see as like a modern musical where you have to hit all of these sort of different beats, right? But Pinocchio and Peter Pan and Snow White, like, yes, they have music in them, but there are varying degrees. Like Snow White, I think, is the most musical because she is singing a song about her wants and desires, whereas Pinocchio and Peter Pan, like Peter Pan has like the racist song, like that is a song that is like internal to the world that they are singing because they are at a ceremony. And Willy Wonka kind of feels like it falls into that, where the Oompa Loompa song is like a song, like this is
It's
the
a
song of the
diegetic
Oompa
song,
Loompas,
yeah.
right? And so I understand why with Wonka some people wouldn't necessarily know, because I wonder if it is a movie that has music like Katniss singing in the Hunger Games, or if they have gone full Greatest Showman where Wonka has like an I Want number and there's dancing. Like it seems like from what I saw there is actually dancing and shit, which is crazy because
And
that
there
was
is
not
no
advertised.
Timothy Chalamet to be seen in Hazbin Hotel.
Yes, but all of that to say that is why I think that they are really trying to push, like, this is a musical, especially because they have such high bar talent. They have, again, Mirabelle from fucking Encanto. I think that's part of the reason, because there are fans of these people that are like, I'm down, like, I'm there. Earlier when I was speculating that the angels may be the threat, the angels are the threat, like, that's confirmed. I wonder who this is. She looks...
It looks weirdly like Vaggie, but
yeah,
not.
I was gonna say that. Like, she has a moth-like quality. She has that sort of moth-like big
Yes,
eyelashes,
yes,
so I
yes.
wonder what's going on with her. She also seems to have some sort of crown that looks similar to the Angels' halos, but also seems different. I love this group. So Angel
That's
Dust.
an interesting outfit for...
For Angel Dust? Yeah, I don't know what he's
it looks
doing.
like, is that like a dance scene? It's
He
kinda
almost
hard
seems
to
like that
tell.
he's in the TV man's room, but
Yeah,
that may
it
not be
does.
necessarily right, so...
Is he giving a TV demon a strip dance?
I mean, maybe.
Remind everyone.
Yeah, and I just
my God.
love him, and I love, like, the Disney villain, right? But I think that he's not actually... I thought that he was gonna be the antagonist.
Mhm.
When we first watched the pilot, I thought he was going to be the bad guy. I think he's, like, the endgame bad guy, if that makes sense, because the show is getting 2 seasons. I think that season 1 is about the angels, but Alistair, if he's on your side, yes, right? Like, he's your friend. But I think
But he's
eventually...
not always on your side.
He has I think he still has an ulterior motive with the deal that he makes with Charlie. And so I think right now he's actually working in defense of them. At least that's what I may be getting from this scene. If the angels are attacking, I think that he's helping. But just because he's helping now doesn't mean that he won't be the antagonist in later seasons. And so I think that that'll be interesting, because it does seem like, I think they're trying to break the hotel.
Yeah, it looks like they are. Like, that's a siege weapon.
And so with it's nice that Alistair is protecting them now, but I do think that later on down the line, he's not good. He's going to do bad things.
I also feel like we've kind of got glimpses of almost action scenes in here.
Like fight scenes?
Yeah, like fight
You
scenes.
didn't think that they were going to fuck somebody up, Hunter?
No, I kind of expected. I don't know. I guess I kind of assumed that the fight scenes would stay maybe more part of
Hell of a Boss.
Hell of a Boss, but I suppose no. As much as that show is a comedy and a musical, it is also an action show.
Yeah.
And I think that this is also treading that line
And of
between
course,
those three genres.
Disney has fight
Action
scenes
scenes,
too,
that's
right?
true.
Like,
Yeah.
the mob song is the song leading up to going to the fight scene. So I think that something similar could happen here as well. But yeah, we see that angel
Hell again.
Then we have Lucifer,
Oh, my
and then we
God.
have actual. Again,
Oh.
see, that's why I'm like, Hunter, what do you mean that Charlie's not? Like, I think that she's
but
definitely going for it.
My recollection of the pilot
Yeah.
was that. But also, who knows? That could be a dream. That could be.
True. That could be like a fantasy. I
Yeah, who
understand,
knows?
but yeah, I agree with you. But I love
God,
this shot.
he really does
He's
look
so
like the
Once
Onceler.
I love it though. And I
Oh
love
my
his
God.
pinstripe vest and his
Oh
little
God! If it was
jacket.
2012,
Oh my
people
God.
would have just
Maybe
ripped themselves
it's
to
me.
shreds
Maybe
over this
instead
man.
of Roman Torchwick, I'm just in love with
You're just
Charlie's
collecting
dad. Like, I don't
fictitious
know.
animated twinks.
Yeah, that have canes. He does have a cane with the
Oh,
little
God.
apple on the top. So
is
yeah.
that how to get into your heart? A
I guess
cane?
so, yeah.
Oh,
But
they're dancing.
I love their little dance number.
Little
They
jig.
are perfect. They are everything. I hope that this is real. I mean, obviously, I trust this show to make it real. Like, I don't think we're gonna see any queer baiting here, given how how Hell of a Boss has tackled things. But yeah, I love the dance number. I want to look through things slightly more carefully. Yeah, it seems like that they're dancing here, and then we have the angel breaking,
A
I
clock.
guess, a light. Oh, is it?
no,
I think
like,
it's a
it's a light,
stoplight. It's
yeah.
like the Batman beam or something like that. But yeah, I like
bat
this
symbol,
guy, at
yes.
least being the season one.
I like that the cities, I've mentioned this previously, but arranged in a pentagram. It looks very nice.
Now you can see, so the hotel is here. We
Uh,
got biblically accurate angel situation.
Oh, is that heaven up there?
I don't know. We got the moon. The moon? I don't know.
We
But
have sort of a nightlight to the nightlife city to the left.
yes. We
Everything
have,
else is sort of
and
undistinct.
then we have
Oh, there
mansion,
is something
so
there,
I'm
yeah.
thinking maybe Charlie's parents, like, they live
Maybe.
there. That would kind
And
of
then
make
you
sense
have
to
the
me.
heaven embassy.
Yeah,
you
and so
think,
we
in the
were
middle.
so, I love how we were joking about the heaven embassy, but
And
like
now
it
we
is
are
literally,
sure.
like we're
We
so
are sure.
serious. Okay, Galaxy Brain, this is how we're doing it. So this was how hell was, I don't know, 100 years ago, right? Let's
Sure.
just say. They were all divided in terms of the sins, like the gluttony and the whatever, like they were divided by the pentagram. But then they get rid of the threat of the angels, and so what happens is that hell is allowed to have more of a population, so then they start leveling the tiers, and that's how you get the wrath ring and the gluttony ring. And so this takes place before Hell of a Boss. Is that not kind of like Big Brain? I
mean, I
kind
guess
of think
possibly.
so. Maybe. I don't know. I think that would be kind of fun, right? Because then that's how they can be connected but not really interfere with each other, that this was the precursor, that hell was heavily controlled at some point in time, and then they get rid of the threat and they were able to start building tiers, and that's the world that Hell of a Boss inhabits right now. But otherwise, yeah.
I really hope that I'm ready for this.
But I love just like the Disney. Oh my God, I'm just so excited for this show.
Man who never got enough hugs.
So I'm assuming that this is Charlie's original script, and what we saw at the beginning was
Yes.
what Alistair
Where's
made.
an innocent
And I still love that. I love how like they all look so. But
Charlie's so happy.
he has such a fake smile on his face. He's
It's
like,
almost like a rictus grin. Like he never doesn't smile.
yeah, but it could also just be like,
Always
this
smiling.
is fucking horrible. Like,
And also Charlie's so
I can
baby.
sell
I
crack
know, I
to.
love her
Who
so
wrote
much.
this?
It's great, right?
I can sell crack too.
And I
Just
love it.
that delivery.
I love it.
Is so
I hope
wonderful.
this was worth the wait in terms of us reacting to this. I'm so hype. Again, I'm not entirely sure how we're allowed to cover the show because it is on Prime, and maybe more like our other anime, but I don't want to say it like this, but like a lot of RWBY content creators are looking for what the next thing is going to be. I think that this is definitely a
the
contender.
next thing to be nerdy about.
Yeah,
certainly.
I think that this could, like, my brain rot rot could fester here. I don't say that about a lot of things. With this, I think maybe we could manage some weekly brain rot and weekly discussions. And so if you enjoy our videos, if you enjoy Hazbin Hotel, we will definitely, I'm assuming it's going to come out weekly and not all at once. If it comes out all at once, I hate that.
I know for other shows I've watched of theirs, it is a weekly, which I prefer.
So I am hoping it's a weekly drop so we can all enjoy it together that way. And we will definitely, we'll have reactions in some capacity, but then we will also have our little live discussions, which I think could be really fun. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had fun. Thank you for attending Calxiyn and Hunter today, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!